I can talk. What?
Quick, bring us in.
Why?
Okay, we're here. All right. Hey, I fixed it. Hey, everybody.
What?
I
I'm so lost.
I don't know. For some reason, fucking the mic stuff got switched around without me knowing, and how this thing works. Now I'm gonna check before I start streaming every time now, because I can't see the actual things until I actually get to like the podcast scene. Like I don't see the actual mixer in OBS. Okay,
Okay.
technical difficulties abound. Hey everybody, this is gonna look weird on YouTube.
For anybody else, did he just say a bunch of words to you? Because those were just a bunch of words to me.
Ah,
I
sweet.
don't, I don't know what the. Who cares?
Tech shit went wrong. Mics could not be heard.
There you go.
All right.
You gotta dumb it down for us people.
Okay. So right now it is just BG and I. DA is DAing.
Walking up the street.
And Ralph is sick. So just the two of us.
New York AIDS.
Until yes. Until DA gets here. So I think it's on top of this, and just I've been frazzled just because I started building that table that I told you guys about.
Remember what I said to you, Mike? Do you have this?
Oh no, it's just I'm making mistakes. As is the first time I've ever made anything woodworking wise, besides the really shitty beer pong table that I made in college. Yeah, just most like the couple of the first mistakes were easily correctable, but now I'm getting to the point where if I mess up, I have to go buy more wood. And we're gonna see. I have the outer like I guess outer edge cut, and that included 45-degree angles.
Brooke.
So I just needed to need to see if I got the lengths right, and if I didn't, I have to go buy more wood. So we'll see.
Measure twice, cut once.
Oh, I've measured about 8 times.
So how can you not have the right length?
Because math. This is the first.
You're a fake programmer.
My job has nothing to do with math. Absolutely nothing.
Logic math?
No.
Wow.
Nothing
Terrible.
at all. Like, I had to look up the Pythagorean theorem because I forgot it.
Holy. Why hasn't somebody hired me yet?
Because you don't need to know that for basic software development.
Oh,
I haven't used the
terrible.
Pythagorean theorem probably since junior year of college, if I had to give a guess. Yeah, so that was fun. Got I'm making steady progress, and I've been happy for the most part. And I mean, first time I've been doing something like this. I've been having
Are
fun
you
with it.
serious?
Yeah.
Wow. My brothers built a bench and they were like 12.
My dad never owned power tools until I was halfway through college, and he only bought them to do some improvements in his old house before he moved, just to bump the price up. That's like the only time I remember my dad ever having power tools, and didn't really talk to my grandpa, who did actually build tables and stuff. So yeah.
Okay.
I mean, my uncle was like the only one who really did like building stuff, and I only like any school projects that he helped me with. It was less helping, and I stood and watched.
Wow, you
he
are
built
just
things.
the worst.
So yeah.
That's the okay. Well, I can't really talk because when I was a kid, my mom made this like newspaper weave thing for science class. I didn't touch a second of it. Got an A, so I can't really talk about stuff. Though my mom was real like, okay, one time this is bullcrap to this day, and it still pisses me off. It still pisses me off. We just went out to a family dinner last Saturday. And I brought this up, and I started getting loud, and they were like, "You're getting loud," and I'm like, "Cause it still pisses me off to this day." We had a substitute teacher in that day, and they said if you had done the homework that they're presenting to you, you don't have to do it again.
Mm-hmm.
I had done the homework. I had gotten an A on the homework. I ain't even shown my parents the A I got on that same homework. So she's like, "Okay, you don't have to do the homework." Fine. They give the homework. I don't do it. About a week later, my mom calls me in like, Poke, you've got a letter from the school saying you didn't do your homework. And I tried to explain the situation, and she said, "Nope, 500-word essay on why." No, it wasn't 500. It was like 750 or 1,000 words. Something. It took me like an hour and a half, 2 hours on a Saturday night. Like, you just got to do an essay on why you should do your homework. I did that. It took me about 2 hours. Gave it to her. She looked at it for 4 seconds, said okay, crumpled it up, and threw it away. Shut up! Pisses me off to this day. Is this headphone out of yours? Okay.
The dynasty has ended.
Okay, just making sure. Like, oh, did I fuck it up?
Has fallen.
Well, it's not like you didn't get your money's worth out of this thing. It's paid for itself like 9 times over. DA has sleep headphones that I put them on. That they're like Sony wraparound headphones, and they're only like $11 to $14. But he used them to sleep because he's a crazy person and his mind is always going, so he needs some outer stimuli to calm his mind so he can actually sleep.
Chill out with that crazy person thing. Move!
And he's had them for like 4 years, and they finally gave out. You're not a crazy person?
No, I'm not.
What are you, Dan?
I am a person lacking the required legal amount of sanity.
That was a little even more technical than I was gonna go. I'm like, I am a less sane person.
You're sane challenged.
Sane challenge.
So, no,
I have a problem.
Yeah, you're crazy.
Legitimately.
You're a crazy person.
There's been nights where I've had to wake up at 3:30 in the morning. I'll lay down at 10, and it's just like nothing happens. I'll just like, yep, here's that heavy feeling. I'm going to sleep. No, I'm not. That was just a burp. And then I'll roll over. It's just like 1 o'clock, and I'm only like half slept for those hours. And I'm like, all right, I can still do this. 2 hours. That's fine. That's fine. Roll over. It's like 2:30. I'm like, all right, this ain't happening. Just get up and just.
You roll over, and then you're like, okay, only 15 minutes have passed. Oh, 3 hours. All right.
It's just bad, and it's just like, all right, 15-hour days with maybe 20 minutes of sleep. Go.
Could not do that.
It's bad, and I don't drink coffee or caffeine or anything, so I'm just suffering.
You do your caffeine.
Like freaking, I don't even drink like a Coke.
Of course not. It's trash.
I don't drink pop that much, so. I think my caffeine intake is like 1 milligram a month.
Sure, there's caffeine in all the chocolate you consume.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
Gotta get them sweets. So, I guess just to pimp out a little thing that is slowly being released. So, when the Comp Bros were here at my abode, we recorded a little playthrough of Hidden Agenda, and that is coming out on our gaming channel. And holy fuck, that intro.
BG's killing it.
What?
With that intro, the descriptions, the titles, BG's killing it.
Oh, that stuff. Yeah,
Sass
I like
through.
the intro.
Yeah, just sassy ladies.
It's so dramatic.
So good. Oh boy.
You don't even really understand it until part 2.
Part 2, you gotta watch a whole 30, 40 minutes to understand the intro. Once you get it, do you get it?
Oh, yes.
We never stop. And I say the part that's released is the best part of all the parts.
Number 3?
It's the absolute best part that's cut up.
Lovely.
It's not even close.
Lovely. So go and check.
Evil Bagul looking thing.
Yeah, I just heard it at work and I was just dying.
It's the best one so far. It is the best one you're gonna get. So that's the one to check out.
So yes, that is on 20 word 200 number gaming. 2200 gaming.
What a long name.
Yep. Go check it out. So, went a little Canadian there for a second. Most of the news really revolves around the Super Bowl. So I'm going to go for the non-Super Bowl news first. The commercials and whatnot. Are you guys familiar with Billy Mitchell?
No.
Do you know who that is?
That is a white name.
It is, and that he is a white man. He
Couldn't guess.
was kind of made infamous from the documentary King of Kong. He's one of the
Oh,
dudes
that guy.
Yep, I know what you're talking
who was
Yep,
going
already got it.
back and forth for the world record for highest score in Donkey Kong, the original arcade game. And he and I forget the other dude's names, like Steve Wally no, that's someone I know. It's like
Steve Wozniak.
Wozniak. Thank you. I knew it was a W.
Loser, man.
They were going back and forth for world records. Turns out after like extensive fucking research by the lone dude who is like the god of world records for Donkey Kong. It's just one dude who is like the official referee. He found that all of Billy Mitchell's scores were done on basically a ROM. They weren't in a cabinet. So he had like 5 or 6 of his records revoked. So, the other... Fuck, I already forgot his name. Wozniak, you said?
Something.
In and out the
There's
one
a
ear.
W, a Y, and a
Yeah.
Z. Who gives a
His
His
world
parents
record...
don't love him.
Wow. But you know what? He's now the world record holder in Donkey Kong, so... Take that,
Good on you, man.
PG.
Man.
Yeah.
Wow, that's quite the accomplishment.
Yep. He
That's
took it...
something you could put on your tombstone.
He took it from nerdy, evil Donkey Kong Jesus. That's what Billy Mitchell fucking looks like. So yeah, that was an interesting little thing. And there's another world record for a Atari game that got revoked recently. It was like a drag racing game because people found, again through extensive research at the time, that was the world record, was legitimately impossible for the game. Like, the programming of a game could not actually get a time, even with bots and tool-assisted stuff. So that was revoked as well. And that, like, Atari held that one for, like, 30 years. So, yeah, little interesting little world record gaming tidbits.
Quote, unquote, interesting.
Why would you freaking even...
Seriously.
How?
Well, you know why. They want the accolade. They want
but
It's just like the lady that did the marathon, and then she was near the finish line, while everybody else was still running, and then she just was like, "Yeah, I'm first." And she got interviewed and everything. It's just like that.
terrible. But is it even worth it? You got your name up there, but it's like like we talked about with the, is it even worth it if you're on the Naruto game and you're winning with a team of 6 Hinatas, or you're playing what's it, dead shot, and he's just boom 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 from crosses. Is it even worth the win?
Think of it like this: a lot of the people that are willing to do these like world record thing, sociopaths. They don't care. They just want their name. I did this accomplishment. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's not
people
necessarily a
like
bad
the
thing,
feeling
but-
of accomplishment, even if they didn't earn it.
Yeah.
Point blank. Period.
I was gonna say, like, I don't consider it so much as a bad thing, but as far as like wanting a world record, you kind of have to be a little sociopathic. You have to like want it that much, just because a lot of times those scores or times you have to get are fucking ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
A 3D Mario movie is now officially being made by Illumination Works. People will do Despicable Me and Minions and what have you. So, see how that goes. Although
Terribly, poorly.
video game movies, their track record, but I feel like a 3D animated movie for Mario, just basically taking a game engine and shoving it into a movie, is the safest bet you can possibly make for any video game company out there.
Yeah, but you also need a story.
Do you for Mario?
Yes. The reason people love Mario is because the gameplay. They don't really care about the story. If you're just sitting there and watching him, if you're just sitting there and watching him,
What was that?
I almost saw a spoiler for One Piece, and I immediately got away from it.
I see.
Anyway, One Piece is supposed to come out tomorrow. If you're just watching Mario's story unfold, it's like, how's that entertaining?
It's like watching your big brother play.
Yeah, how would I word this?
Put it like this.
Like, Despicable Me didn't really have, like, a depthful story, a deep story, but it was just, like, minions getting hijinks for the most part.
Okay.
Like, there was, like, kind of a little bit of an overarching plot, but, like, it wasn't, like, a strong plot. So if it's something akin to that,
Mario's
which
plots aren't even strong.
they're not.
You can say that the minions have a wacky personality. You got to invent a personality for Mario for this.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, either that or he's...
Or he's
What?
just a blank slate where things are just hopping around him.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Mamma mia!
He should be a cocky douchebag.
I'm going to love because I'm not sure who they're gonna have in this movie. I'm guessing Luigi, but if they have like Wario, Waluigi, like all of the variants, like it's just gonna be Mario, Trelly Matinee, Luigi, Trelly Matinee, Wario, Trelly Matinee. He's gonna have like 15 credits because of he does all the fucking voices. But yeah.
I'm telling you what to do. Make up Mario a cocky douchebag.
And just play him off with Luigi's cowardice and timidness.
And trying to be like his brother, who is a cocky douchebag for real, though.
So
I
yeah,
don't think that would play well, though.
Oh, no. He's going to be a Superman, like Captain America type. You know, oh, I gotta save the princess, save the world.
man. I mean, but of all
do
the
you bleed?
save. Do you bleed? You will. But yeah, of the safest bets to make as far as a video game movie, it doesn't hurt to be fucking video game Mickey Mouse in essence.
Yeah, it does. 'Cause that Mario live action.
Yeah, 3D animated. Preface
Means
that
nothing.
with 3D animated.
It could be a terrible 3D animated movie.
It could. Then the only other thing I have is loot boxes are gonna return to Battlefront. Out of the horse's mouth.
Cha-ching!
Yep. And
We've waited long enough.
yep, there's a couple other. And as soon as they fucking announced that, their stock prices soared up again.
That's right.
You're not going to talk about the 9 Star Wars movies being announced? Or the fart of a trailer that was just released?
Oh, we're gonna
Fart.
get to
You
that.
mean the greatest looking trailer in the history of trailers?
I've seen people like, my faith in this movie has been restored. Is that the Kessel Run? Okay, shut up. Even if this movie is a 2 on 10, I'm not seeing this crap.
So let's
I don't want
transition.
no part of this.
Let's transition into Super Bowl stuff, and we'll start with that. So they had a trailer for the Solo movie, which up until the final 5 to 10 seconds, I forget what it was, my view was an overall meh. I'm like, yeah, it's that. The car chase thing looked kind of interesting. And then the logo came up, and I went, what was it? Looks so cheap. The end logo looks so bad.
See that logo? That logo's been out for a while.
No, I saw the logo on a poster. I thought they'd
But
make
you
it
were
better
like,
for the trailer.
unfinished.
They
This
did
is
not.
unfinished. This is work in progress. They'll get it. They'll get it.
This is Chun-Li's face.
It flew
They'll
in,
patch this
and
out.
it flew in, and then they did a slightly modified Star Wars thing because it's not a true Star Wars movie, and just the combo of it, I'm like, oh, this feels like an 8th grader's school project. They got a hold of Vegas and they got a hold of like the flip transition, and they're like, "Yep,
You
A+."
legit Thought though. You legit thought though.
I
Should have
thought,
just accepted it.
I thought it could have been better. I thought they would have done something to improve it, but no.
They don't give a
They don't care. They got your money.
They got your money. They ain't even got your money, and they got your money.
They don't care. Why should you care?
Why should these bastards ever care?
Because it's Han Solo.
So
People love him.
yes, they don't give a shit about the logo. Oh my god!
Are you going to see this movie, Mike?
I with Movie Pass.
Are you going to go see this movie, Mike?
Yeah.
Okay, Mike. Mike, hold on. How many movies have you used your movie pass for? Not counting Coco, because and Disaster Artist, which we took you to.
6?
6. You've had it? So you've seen basically a movie a month with it.
1 to 2, which is paying for it.
October, November, December, January. So 1 or 2 a month.
Yeah.
And your 1 or 2 a month is going to be Star Wars, Han Solo story, bush.
Well, there's a lot of movies that I want to see that are coming out in the next few months, so I'll probably be using it more.
Boy, it's gonna be
So,
ugly.
like, even if you didn't have the movie pass, you'd be going and don't even.
Well, yeah, because I want to talk about it.
Oh, all right then.
Oh, because I
They-
want to talk
they
about it.
got
Yeah,
your
okay.
money.
Yeah, okay, Mike.
They got the money of everybody that saw Rogue One and The Last Jedi and The Force Awakens and all them other boys. They got your money because it's Star Wars. Because you got your AT-ATs, you got your blasters, you got your stormtroopers. And you just jizzing all over it because you's a mark. Don't even hit me with this bull crap.
This movie pass, I want to talk about it. I want to have my point of view on
Nah,
No,
son.
bruh. No. Did you hear the new Eminem album yet? No. It will take you just as much time to listen to that so you can have an opinion on that. But no.
Nah.
Because you ain't got no interest in it.
Nah.
True. I also went and saw Ghost in the Shell, even though I knew it was going to be awful.
Yes, you knew it was going to be awful. You knew it was going to be a fake train wreck. That's fun to see. But you have an interest in seeing Ghost in the Shell.
Yes.
So you went to go see it.
I have an
You
interest in
have
Solo, even though I know it's
No,
going to be awful.
You have a tremendous interest in Star Wars.
Well, yes.
An invested amount of.
Interest in Star Wars.
So again, they got your money. Why try? Why put in that extra $5,000 of effort when they're just like, eh? What? 2 people aren't gonna see it because of the logo.
That will make it up with the 97 people will see it 17 times.
Oh, did you see that they rebranded it for China?
Ooh, where it's like Ranger Solo.
Oh my! Take Star Wars off of that.
Really? I did not see that.
Do not put Star Wars on this movie.
Star Wars, China don't give a shit about
They
Star
don't
Wars.
give half of a quarter of a shit about Star Wars.
Oh,
Oh, it's the best.
it's the best. Oh my god. It makes me so
I saw
happy.
that and I smiled. I'm like, oh my, y'all tricking people in China. What are you doing? It ain't gonna last. You gonna get maybe 6 people. They gonna tweet that out like, hey, homie, don't get fooled. It's the same old.
You are tricking your
You're
audience.
tricking your audience into seeing this movie. It's just like with the Frozen and the Coco. Ain't nobody in there for you walking in there for Ranger Solo and you got all this Star Wars crap like, oh, I didn't sign up for this. You walking in for Coco and you got Olaf's Frozen Adventure like, ah, hold on, homie. Oh my god, it's the best.
Oh, it is the best. It does the heart good. None of this Star Wars.
Ranger Solo.
Rangers. Oh, that's just so funny to me. You're not gonna go see a group of superpower people. Infinity War. No, they just got Avengers on that.
Well, I mean, this is pretty egregious, but like for Captain America, for most foreign releases, they changed it to the first Avenger.
Yeah, cause America.
Yeah.
That makes sense. There's countries that hate America,
Yeah.
and China hates Star
Germany
Wars.
gonna go see a Captain America?
And they put Hitler like Germans are bad. Nah, son.
I don't feel I'm being properly represented here. 9.
Well, you know, Germans hate like Hitler and the regime too, right?
I don't know.
They do.
I don't know. They could love them for
I'm
them.
sure there's.
It's a secret war.
They're quietly loving them. Just like I'm just secretly eating my watermelon outside of the view of white people. White person coming. Put that chicken away. Put it away.
Hi there, good sir. How are you doing today?
Like
Well-
that Dave Chappelle skit. Look at him. He loves it. He just softened his sound off. I just want to enjoy my chicken.
Walking to KFC, looking around, ask the cashier, "Hey, we cool?" Or,
Nah, they here today. Okay.
I'd like some mashed potatoes, please.
I was going mashed potatoes.
Just mashed potatoes. You see them walking out. All right, yeah. 16 buckets of fried chicken, please. For here.
Wait.
You want gravy on the mashed potato? No, sir.
Wait.
Too spicy for me.
Okay, so going on to the other big movie trailer, Avengers had a little spot. Mostly just like some added little things. Probably my favorite thing of the trailer, and it was just like a little like sneak peek of things. I love how a lot of the Avengers movies do like little team up attacks, and they had an Iron Man and Strange team up attack.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, it was just like magic and technology. It's beautiful. But the big hubbub going on about it is that people think that Captain Marvel is going to be in the movie.
No.
Just because they like were freeze framing and just trying to go and try and spot things frame by frame. And there's a scene where like behind Cap, you can kind of see what looks like her emblem from her
No.
her suit. You don't think so?
She'll be in Avengers 4. That's already confirmed. That's as much as we know. I very much doubt they have Cap Marvel in this.
Okay.
Yes. It was at 100% until literally like 7 hours ago. Black Panther.
No, I'm fairly sure that is black people going black pride and overhyping it, because I am 100% Joe. I know. I've seen the pictures. I know that there's people just like, yeah, black superhero, let's go. Just like with the Wonder Woman, where they were having women only screenings. I understand, but there's some merit here that goes, this movie might just be quite enjoyable.
You know what they're saying?
What are they saying?
This goes away from the Marvel formula. Oh, like they said for the past 6 Marvel movies that follow the Marvel formula. We'll see.
Yes, we will.
We'll see.
And
Don't go in the movie with that mindset.
I don't like Black Panther.
I'm not gonna like it. I'll try it.
Really? Really? You throwing my own back at me?
I'm just saying, homie, you gotta.
I've said this already. There's a good chance that I think it's a good movie, but I don't like it, and there's every possibility of that.
so would that is this a caveat to the bet?
No, the bet is: will you think it's or was it I like it, or I think it's a good movie?
I believe it was better than.
I have a
Wonder Woman.
quote like on my sheet.
Okay.
DA
Okay.
bets BG that he will, in quotes, like Black Panther.
Okay. You're probably gonna.
Don't see.
It's okay. You can have all your fun right now, cause my fun comes next month. With Roman Fit Reigns. Oh, and he's in that chamber
What was I
for the number.
thinking? It's not even. I don't know what happened.
You lost a bet.
Might as well hand over that right now. Might as well hand it over once I made the bet. Like, you're on, and here you are.
You're on. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm paying you in pennies.
Take it. You're on. You want that in 10s, 20s? What's going on?
Oh my god. What was I thinking? And then just like 3 streams ago, you were like, only one thing could happen for you to win the thing.
I don't know. This was a mistake.
Dude, you thought it was gonna be any different.
But,
that's the
dude,
sad part.
Like I said, literally, for you to win, this one thing needs to happen. For me to win, literally anything else needs to happen. And the odds were in my favor, but they're so far against me.
And it was
I can only hope that he just like breaks his arm or something.
gets another wellness violation.
That's a dirty win, but that's a win.
And you would accept it.
Oh boy.
You'd accept anything at this
Yup.
point.
It wouldn't even be like, you know what? You just pay me $20 because it's dirty. Nope. Give me all that. Come up out their pockets.
All right, so, and then, I mean, those are like kind of the big 2 movie commercials, and the rest were just, you know, the random
I'm
things.
gonna enjoy Solo.
So,
I'm not watching it.
I'm gonna watch it because it's got Donald Glover.
That seems like a very fan movie. They're gonna be like, "Oh, this reference." I'm gonna be like sitting there like, "What's going on?" And there's gonna be some nerd and like, "Whoa, this reference!" I can't even think of a reference that it could have been.
There's Castle Run.
you
There's-
said one.
12 parsecs. Like what? I
Oh,
got nothing.
he won it in a card game or a bet or something against Lando, and they're gonna show that bet, I'm sure, and they're gonna be like, "This is it."
There's even like fucking deeper lore too.
Of course there is.
Fucking, I believe the woman played by Emily Clark is his wife. He has a wife that was introduced in the comics.
And then immediately scrubbed.
Yep. So yeah, that's the thing. So people will be like, "Oh!" for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Less
So-
people, but still people. But so we got the commercials that I can recall that I've seen. The Doritos Mountain Dew Ice commercial with Peter Dinklage.
Embarrassing.
You didn't like it?
Embarrassing. It was Peter Dinklage lip syncing to Busta Rhymes as Busta Rhymes was in the picture also singing the song. And it was all about, you know, hot spitting because they were fire chips. And then the next one was who was the actor?
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman and Missy Elliott. And I just embarrassing.
Okay.
I'm sure a bunch of white people were like, "Oh, this is so fun."
I thought it was
It's
fun.
Safe.
I went, oh my god, Morgan Freeman, you are a respected actor.
I'm a white person and thought it was fun.
Exactly. It was just embarrassing. It's just a fall from grace for Busta and Missy, and then you got Peter Dinklage.
Hey,
acting
what have
all
they
hot
been doing?
fire.
I haven't heard
What?
their names in a long ass time.
Yes, because they fell off.
Okay. They come up to you and slap down $100,000, and they go, "All right, we're gonna grease up the concrete, and you're gonna slip and slide on it on your stomach." Do you do it for a Super Bowl commercial?
Yeah,
All right, shut the up.
but I'm not a respected person. I'm just some schmuck. If I was some actor that had like 80 million in the
different.
bank.
Okay, yeah, the 80 million thing. But you know, some people just, hey, I got a grandson who likes Doritos and Missy Elliott. Let's rock it. Do you think Patrick Stewart needed the Emoji Movie's money?
Okay, Patrick Stewart is old and he don't give a no more. He was just like, yeah, I only need to say like 17 lines. Give me my 20 million and I'll moonwalk in and out of that studio. So,
Like that,
This
there was the Bud Night, which ugh, that,
Which,
they always have a commercial, and I just hate their beer. So, the Tide commercials, which I enjoyed.
the Tide commercials were good.
Yeah, just it's a Tide commercial. And
how long it took him to learn his song?
oh,
He's actually watching it now. Cause
I'd be like, oh wait, I'm just gonna move my lips.
he,
You guys figure it out later.
he didn't give a shit about the Super Bowl, so he's
oh yeah, I didn't watch it. I just looked up the commercials after the fact. There was another one that was interesting, but those are like the main three that I remember.
there was one fake Crocodile Dundee one that was funny to me.
Was it the movie
Nope.
or?
Yeah, they were acting like it was a new Crocodile Dundee movie, but it was actually just a paid advertisement for Australia, and it starred
I never remember
Chris
his name.
Hemsworth and somebody.
Okay. I thought it was. I forget his fucking name. He's in Tropic Thunder.
So we're gonna. Oh, it starred John C. Reilly.
It was
too, I think.
fun.
Yes.
It was fun.
I could see how people would like that.
Yes, white people.
Yes, white people.
To me, it was an embarrassment.
That's a good assumption. I'm not gonna argue with you there.
That was an embarrassing.
Wasn't good.
It was embarrassing.
Danny McBride. There we go. That's who I was trying to think of.
It was embarrassing.
But that's all the ones that I can remember. I can do a quick look up for others, but
Yeah. While you're doing that, I'm gonna tell you the controversy of the truck commercial.
Yes,
don't know if
I
it's
did not know
Chevy
about
or
this.
Ford or I don't give a shit who it was. I can't remember. I think it was Chevy. Anyway, they used Martin Luther King, and there was all this inspirational stuff, and then it just ends with like, this is a truck commercial, and then people are like, what the mother. So the first thing people were saying was, black people can't kneel or stand for the national anthem, but you can use Martin Luther King in a car commercial. And the second was somebody dubbed over that commercial with what Martin Luther King thought about consumerism and corporate crap, and it's just awful. So yeah, there's a lot of controversy of like, how can you just use MLK to sell some cars? Yeah, all bad. Hilarious. Hilarious. How are you that like that narrow focused? I don't know what I'm going for here. But how are you that dumb that you don't realize that this is probably not the way to go?
just a bunch of talking heads in the room that sometimes they don't see it. It's like, all right, we're gonna. Cause
It was Ram. That's who it was.
Because you know what, and then the people making it, they're not gonna be like, hey, this doesn't seem right, because guess who's signing their paychecks? They're like, this is money.
Man, and once their heads are gonna be on the pike because the top guys are never gonna get fired. It's the yes men that do.
Mm-hmm. So some of the other ones that I see here, NFL touchdowns to come. Apparently, it's like a Dirty Dancing riff. There's a Skittles commercial. A couple of different Skittles commercials. One has David Schwimmer. Haven't seen him in a little while.
I'm glad Matt LeBlanc is bouncing back with a new sitcom. Cause I was feeling bad for that man.
He was doing a show on Showtime for a little while.
Yeah.
It was based off a British television show. And I liked he was himself too, which I really enjoyed, and everybody just fucking referenced Joey all the time, and he's just like in the show. Like, how you doing? He's like, yeah. Then we have Alexa loses her voice, where it's just like a bunch of different personalities were voicing Alexa because she lost her voice. There was
I remember that.
Jurassic Park Jeep commercial with Jeff Goldblum.
Oh yeah, and the new Jurassic World trailer.
Oh yeah, I did not see it because that one I really don't care about.
But it's a staple of cinema.
I mean, I still might go see it, but I'm not gonna watch any trailers. The Only Man Whose Bleep Don't Stink, Febreze commercial, and then there's
that was all right.
and there's a Squarespace one with Keanu Reeves, which that one I might watch because I enjoy me some Keanu. And
That's
then
how they get you bastards.
And then there was a game that happened. I really my only thing was I'm glad the Patriots lost. That's really my only thing.
That's about 98% of America.
Yeah, I don't have a strong connection to football at all, but they've been winning too much.
I'll tell you why. 98% are happy they lost. 1% are not happy they lost.
Boston.
And 1% are unhappy that the Eagles won. Because Eagles fans are terrible.
Oh, I also love most of the posts for their celebration. It's just like, oh, a bunch of passionate fans, like,
as they're tipping over cars and
and
just throwing stuff in a gas station. I'm like, it's a game. It's just ridiculous.
Stuff is on fire.
It's a game. This is what happens with fanatic people and drinking. That's why I don't drink.
I'm gonna be that homer, but fucking Cavs win first time. City has a championship in 54 years. And yeah, they got on a fire truck. But that was really it for the celebrations. There wasn't really any damage at all in Cleveland after the Cavs won.
You know why? Because Philly fans are terrible. Here's how you can tell they're terrible. Before the Super Bowl even started, the city of Minnesota started greasing light poles so the people couldn't climb on them after
Philadelphia,
the Eagles won. No. Oh, Philly and Minnesota. Because, they get out of the Super Bowl and start celebrating.
Oh, sorry. It was in Minnesota. Sorry.
Yeah, so Minnesota, I think it was in Philly that they actually did that, though, where they just greased light poles so people couldn't climb up them. Eagles, Philly is terrible with their fans. Happy for them, because there's only 9-10 teams that have never won a Super Bowl now. Now that the Eagles finally won, yeah, you can look this way because the Lions are one of them.
And the Browns are another.
See, you're happy about this. You feel jovial about this bullshit because you don't give a shit about football. I still love football, and it tears me apart year after year.
You're tearing me apart, Lions.
Essentially.
Because I remember talking to my dad about the parade that they had for the Browns, the 0-16 parade. And yeah, Henry's like, I'm just like, yeah, I'm like, that's pretty funny. He's just like, no, it's not. I'm like,
no, it's not.
Oh.
It's not funny. It's not fun. It's not a joke. It's awful.
He has been a Browns fan for a long time. Since before I was born. I mean, I would feel the same way if it was like the Cavs somehow had an 0-82 season and people had a parade. I'd be like, fuck that shit.
That's what it is. Like, football is what I am when it comes to sports.
Mhm.
I like my basketball. I'll watch some.
Yeah, you guys got Blake Griffin. Detroit.
Terrible trade.
You don't like Blake?
Dog trade. He's a man made of glass at this point, and they're trying to put butts in the seat because the Pistons have like the lowest attendance in the NBA because they can't win because they're stinking up the joint, and they're thinking, oh, star power, that'll bring. You know what brings people in? Winning. Get some winners on the team. How about that? Not a Blake Griffin. We're gonna have the same record next year that we have this year with Blake, and he's gonna play 50 games out of 82.
He's been playing good so far.
Whoop de and do.
Yeah, I mean, I have no room to talk. The Cavs have been shit.
Stinking up the joint. It's
Total
hilarious.
garbo.
I love it. I love it.
And the thing too, like, it can, in all honesty, like, it can all stem from one thing that happened. They, I think it was November where they were like rolling. They're doing awesome. Went on a really long winning streak, like 14 games in a row, and then lost a game and won 5 games after that. And then Tristan Thompson came back from being injured, and then they vaulted off a cliff. Just no look back. We're just walking off, confident as can be, and we are currently plummeting towards the core of the earth. I want Tristan gone so bad. Kardashians, man.
It's fine.
Oh no, he's not. He is out of shape. He is tubby. If you've seen some pictures of him, he is tubby.
He's fine.
No.
Wrestlers are always tubby, and they do fine.
That's great.
Fine.
And for basketball, don't work too well. When your whole game, when all of what you do for the team is energy and rebounding, and you're not energy and rebounding because you're fat, you're a fucking liability. Get off the goddamn court.
Nah, he's cool.
They replaced freaking Channing Frye, who I love. He's an awesome player, and he's funny as shit. He's been on the bench since. Has gotten almost no lick of playing time.
It's fine. It's all fine.
It's
We're
not.
Fine.
It's not.
We're fine people here.
Ugh. I'm just. And what was it? Tomorrow. Tomorrow's a trade deadline. Haven't seen a lick of a rumor.
That's right.
Great.
Because they know their team is amazing.
No.
And fine. Do you want Blake?
I would take him over Tristan Thompson. And straight up, take him. Take him and his shitty contract away.
Our contract ain't much better.
Ugh.
Anyway, there were news today. Deadpool trailer came out.
Yes! I have that on my list. Didn't get to it. Yeah. God, I love... They are
Did you see
embracing
it
his
today?
character as a whole, and I love it.
I don't know if you actually want to hear any of this, man, because I don't think cares.
So it's the whole introduction to Cable, and they get through a large chunk of it, and then you hear Deadpool go whoa, stop, guys, you didn't put the effects on his arm, and I didn't even notice it, and then you look at his arm, and it's just a green sleeve.
Yeah.
It's like we can't just hold on, and it cuts, and then it just shows Deadpool playing with action figures.
Oh, you
ugh.
missed the best part of that line.
Oh, go ahead.
He goes, we're just building a metal arm. It's not like we're removing a mustache.
Oh, I didn't even catch that. Oh,
Oh,
shit.
yeah. Huge shade at Justice League.
Oh.
Tremendous.
And then it cuts to Deadpool just playing with fucking action figures I'm Cable, And it's this whole little...
Sheriff Deadpool. All good stuff.
Super regenerative powers activate. You don't say that, Deadpool. And then does an actual like smash cut. There's one little thing, and it was just like a small little not editing, but it's probably just a bad take where you could just kind of tell a little bit when Cable punches a dude that like he's not really punching the dude. They just
I'm
kind of got the angle a
Are
little
we
off.
talking Dark Knight choreography? That bush.
Oh, I fucking hate Dark Knight choreography.
Oh, the worst.
But it was just one little thing I noticed. I was like, oh, because like you notice it and then you can't unsee it. So like I rewound it. I'm like, maybe it doesn't look as bad. No, no, it does.
It's still in post production, so.
But yeah, I mean, it looks pretty damn good. I love that the taxi driver is coming back.
Yeah, that's good.
So the people in the chopper, it was Domino, Deadpool, and then the black guy to his left. Do you know who that is? I didn't.
It's I can't remember his name. Oh wait, no. There's speculation. There's one like buried X-Men character that like whatever, and there's the black character of GW Bridge. Does anybody know what the GW stands for in GW Bridge?
No.
George Washington.
Oh.
Yes, there's just a character named George Washington Bridge.
Okay.
And he is a black guy.
Named George Washington.
Correct.
George Washington Carver. The Peanut Man.
Oh, I know, but George Washington Bridge. Correct.
Does he have powers?
Can't remember.
Okay. He has the power of wooden teeth.
Boy, terrible. Turtles got.
That was the last thing on my list.
Oh, I have one more thing after that.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah.
For
That's
Injustice 2. And it was confirmed that in essence, through some just like weird hodpodgery, all 4 turtles are playable.
There's no hodpodgery.
I thought it was like loadouts, but when you go into like a tournament mode, their loadouts are just set to the 4 individual turtles.
Here's what it is. You start with all 4 of the weapons needed to change the turtle into the turtle.
Mhm.
If you're playing with a mode where you can use loadouts, then you use the loadouts to select the turtle you want to play as. If you're using a mode like competitive mode or tournament mode where you can't really select skins, so you can't select characters, you can just straight select your turtle.
Okay.
So no matter what mode you play as, you can play any turtle you want.
Okay. Have they released any footage of them?
Oh yeah, there was a gameplay trailer today, and they did a stream about it.
I will have to look that up. Are they distinct?
Yes.
That's good.
Here's the thing. It was gonna be like variations in MKX where they have a lot of the same normals or starting of the normals. The enders of their normals are very different, and then they all have very specific moves that are only for them, and all of their traits are different.
Okay. Interesting.
Leo's trait is good. Donnie's is okay. If you know what you're doing, Donnie's is good. Mikey's, Ralph's was. You got to be good to use Ralph.
Are any of them called Pizza Time?
Oh, they actually say pizza time.
Oh.
Mikey says pizza time when he does a move.
Oof. Are you familiar with that video?
Oh yes.
Okay.
It's an NES game or something.
No. I'm not talking about the NES game. I'm talking about the video called Pizza Time.
No.
It is a like dark internet video. It's just a video called Pizza Time. You can find it online, probably like in Google not safe search. It's just some really shitty looking paper mache turtle costumes with big fucking fake turtle dicks, and they're just masturbating onto a pizza.
No.
Called Pizza Time.
Why do you know this?
I heard it once in a video.
You saw it once.
No, I have
The
never.
video.
I have never watched it. I
You
just
saw
heard
it
about.
once 100 times.
I
No,
heard him.
he saw it once and then he rewatched it 100 times.
I heard about it, and it was just like, okay, that exists. And
Did you ever see Two Girls One Cup, Mike?
nope.
Oh, you are just the worst.
Yep, I am the worst for not watching a video that's just like, why would you see it? The only like awful
'Cause
video,
it's funny.
the only video that I have seen where I was just like, someone like linked it to me, and then I saw it, and then I'm like, oh, I didn't want to watch this. Was One Guy, One Glass, I think, or One Jar. That one's bad.
I got tricked into watching Two Girls, One Cup. This was back in way back. I'm gonna talk about some way back machines. This was back when we had YouTube bulletins, and an editor called Frosty Returns put out a bulletin like, "Yo, this video is awesome." I'm like, yeah, AMVs, that's cool. Watch it, I'm like, oh, you know what? I didn't sign up for this, but this is fun.
My eyes!
Then I was just like, okay, I've been had.
Frosty returns.
I think I was eating something. I was scrambled like, ah.
Ugh.
I found it hilarious.
It's not my
I watched
kind
it,
of
like,
humor.
3 times.
I'm not. I don't deal with bodily fluids that well.
Like, I enjoy potty humor, not that kind of potty humor.
Yeah, I can't handle stuff like that.
Hilarious.
Not my thing.
All right, talk about the biggie.
Say, what is your last little bit of news?
That wasn't even what I was gonna
Was
talk
it?
about.
Ugh.
Okay, I'll end with the emo stuff there. Whoa,
Oh.
I forgot about that.
Really?
Anyway, the third Cloverfield movie came out on Netflix the same night as the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, they're basically, it's like they had a trailer for it, and it's out now.
Yeah,
They pulled a
It's-
Sega Saturn.
it was meant to be in theaters. Paramount kept pushing it back. Paramount is in big water. Like, they're not doing well. Anyway, so it releases on Netflix. I watch it. I don't like it.
Oh no.
It's the first Cloverfield movie I don't like. It's not a good movie. It's just straight not a good movie.
Won't bother then.
Yeah, don't. They try to do this abstract like science crap, and it's interesting. They're doing alternate dimensions and stuff, and there's one part where a dude's arm just disappears, and they find it later just crawling by itself. And it's interesting visuals, but it's just like, who gives a shit?
What's the jargonometer at?
Jarg,
Off the charts.
boy,
The cup runneth over.
it circled back around and hit 2. Like, it is jargon. And then there's one Chinese woman that only speaks Mandarin, so the whole crew just knows Mandarin. That's for the Chinese market.
Ah, there you go.
For when it was gonna release in theaters, like, oh, there's
Get
a
that in
Chinese
there.
character that only knows Chinese, so why don't you trick? Just China's just saving movies. But yeah,
The
not,
MLP movie got about 3 mil over there, so that's really good.
not a
Happy for
good movie. Do not watch it. People wanted a Cloverfield movie, not something space jargon bush. that-
Okay, but the second one, people want a Cloverfield movie, not this walled-in replacement.
At least it was a good movie.
I will never forgive it.
You will never forget Walt.
Judas and I.
If this movie was a good movie, I wouldn't mind. If you're
Yeah.
gonna make a bad movie, make a bad Cloverfield movie. Don't make a bad movie and put Cloverfield on it, and then just at the end, it's just a Cloverfield monster. Like, hey,
Okay, yeah.
Terrible.
I won't bother then.
Yeah, don't.
That's disappointing.
extremely. Imagine me. I love Cloverfield. I'm the one that loves the series, and I have to sit there and watch it and be like, oh, okay. Oh,
Well, let's see where they go with this. And
nowhere. So, DA reminded me, Evo yesterday announced the 8 games that they're going to be showcasing at Evo this year. It was originally 7, but Wizard always does this. He always says 7 on Twitter, and then they announce 8 or 9. So the 8 games, no one really gives a shit because there's very few people that are going to be watching Evo that listen to this. The problem is the game that was cast aside was Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. And people are not happy. Oh my god.
I think I saw a statistic though, like it's the first time that Marvel hasn't been at Evo since the 2000, I think.
Marvel has basically been at Evo for like 17 straight years. No joke. And that's why everyone was like, "Oh, we ain't got to worry about Marvel. Of course, it's gonna make it. It's Marvel.
We don't have room for you." But
All 5,000 of you.
So man,
it was like that that old Marvel tryouts video where Ken comes up, "Hey, you know me, Hadouken, Ken, sure you can. All right, where do I sign up?" Like, we don't have room for you, but I'm Ken. Akuma comes in, he's like, "All right, you're in." What the?
I'm gonna show you a video after because it's pretty much like that, but for the Evo announcement. But yeah, people were like, "Oh, the real problem was in the stream. Wizard started taking questions, and people were like, no Marvel.' He's like, yeah, Marvel just kind of fizzled, and nobody's playing it. So people got up in arms, like, Marvel's the 4th most entered, the 5th most entered, the stream numbers. Oh yeah,
I'm playing it right now.
It's so eclipsed by Blaze Blue, which isn't even out yet. Yeah, that's gonna get entrance. Like, and they're just throwing shade at all these other communities, and it's like Melee got in again. Like, just let Smash go. Just make it Smash 4. It don't need 2 Smash games. And yeah, people are just hating on Smash and hating on Injustice and hating on Blast Blue and just hating on anything that even remotely like Marvel. Boy, it's all bad. It's all bad. I understand it because NRS has gotten a chef at Evo like 3 years in a row. It's real bad. Injustice 2 came out 2 months before Evo, and it got placed on a Saturday. Like, I don't understand it. It was the 4th or 5th most interesting game, and then Saturday, like, ugh. So we were never gonna get a Sunday this year. Not with Fighter Z apparently might beat Street Fighter this year. So yeah, it's all bad for Marvel. People are just like, it's dead. What are we gonna do? And then people are like, just rally, play your game, have fun, keep showing that you're supporting it, and other places will support it. There's all these tournaments that are still gonna support it. Like, well, it's not showing up at Evo, so why bother? And there's these top players that have dropped it. Like, I'm prepared for Evo games. I ain't got time, and it's just like, it's ugly.
Yeah, the games that got announced were Street Fighter V, AE, Tekken 7, Smash Bros. For Wii U, Smash Bros. Melee, Blaze Blue Cross Tag, Guilty Gear, Exard, Injustice 2, and Dragon Ball FighterZ.
3 anime fighters from the same company.
That is true.
People are salt. Yeah. People are like, there are 3 times as many ArcSys games as Capcom games at Evo.
That's fine.
People are not happy about KOFs.
I like how, like, through your entire thing, it's like people are salty about, Smash Bros. People are salty about Blast Blue and, like, all this different stuff. And then there's just Tekken 7. Just, it's there.
Because
no
Tekken 7
backlash.
and Street Fighter are not games that are going to get hated on.
Yep.
Because they're really good games and they get a lot of interest. You can see why they would be at Evo.
Yes.
Point blank period. There's no argument against them. In any facet. You can't argue against Tekken or Street Fighter. You can argue against Injustice, but Injustice is very US centric. So the numbers you see are usually the numbers you're going to get in the U.S. because we don't have a lot of international appeal. Some places can't even sell MK, so you're not gonna get a lot of international players. Some Japanese people like it, but it was Japan Evo just happened, and you had Street Fighter, Tekken, all those games, KOF, Blaze Blue, games that people expect to be at
Arms.
Evo proper. Arms. I don't think Marvel was there. Now that I think about it, I'm gonna have to look that up. So, it came out that part of the reason that Infinite is not going to be at Evo is Marvel. Marvel, for whatever reason, either they didn't want it at Evo or they wanted something from Evo that Evo was not going to give them. Either money to represent their game or a specific spotlight in time.
Help.
And it's like, whatever, can't do it. So, we don't know. We don't know.
Interesting.
It's all bad though, dude. People are so mad.
And them Fighting Hers is coming out later this month. Hopefully that gets a little play at Evo. It looks like a really good game.
Anything can be a side game.
Yeah, so it looks really, really fun.
And Michigan Masters is coming up soon, and oh my god, that trailer was so hype.
Also, actually looking at now that I'm looking at Blaze Blue Cross Tag, fucking they swerved a little bit. I believe I saw today they announced
free DLC.
Yeah, they announced for the Ruby girls. They're like, they're all free. We were kidding, just kidding. Don't hate us.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
They knew they were gonna get butchered.
If you have 4 characters from Ruby and 2 of them are behind a paywall.
Boy, they were not gonna be having that.
Oh boy. Yeah, I found that funny. All right, unless there's anything else we want to talk about, I think we'll call that a night.
People need to stop putting so much stock in Evo. I understand that just passionately playing your game is not gonna get you anywhere a lot of the time, but it's one tournament, and like, if your game doesn't make it there, then
Are there any tournaments that rival Evo?
Oh, okay. Here's the thing: Evo is quote unquote the world tournament, so it's basically our Super Bowl. But there are other tournaments that are just as good or better than Evo. That Evo just straight, people go to because the name Evo and the prestige of Evo. But Combo Breaker is tremendous. CEO is tremendous. There's tournaments that are just straight. Big E events are really good. There are tournaments that are really, really good or tremendous or whatever you want to use. And they get a ton of entrants and a ton of events and 24-hour venues and all this stuff, but it's just straight that their name is not Evo, and that's all it is.
Okay. That's again, like, that's how I know of Evo is mainly it's the prestige of the
Evo.
name, the prestige of the name.
Yeah, it's Evo, like it is the Super Bowl.
It's not popular because it's good. It's popular because it's popular.
Yeah, it's actually gotten worse a lot of the years, and people are like, I'm not going to Evo this year. Record numbers. Like, it is what it is. You can't help it.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to this episode of the Podcast of Stuff. Fucking awful technical difficulty intro and all.
That's on
We
on
will.
You. I ain't had nothing to do with that. I'm just uploading my games.
So, do we have a random fact to end on?
Oh, let's go on to the boy. I'm just so tired. I keep forgetting.
Let's go.
This is my gimmick.
Let's go with a number 59.
5, 9, give or take. Reference. 5, 9, give or take.
Wow. You got it.
What are you up to? 5, 9, give or take.
I'm still lost.
Ed Nettie. That was when Ed was cool.
Oh yeah. Wow, he was like 10. He was paid 5'9".
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
What a monster.
All right.
Pick another one.
Mike.
74.
Nah, that's lame. What episode is this?
77.
What episode is this?
87.
87. Let's go with that. I haven't picked one. Wow, that's lame too.
89.
Okay, here's a good one. Sure, let's just go with that. This is 86. George W. Bush was once a cheerleader.
Ah. I feel like I knew that. I feel like I knew that. I don't know why I knew that. Maybe it's, maybe
You all right, Mike?
maybe it's a W movie. Maybe that was in there somewhere. I did watch that. All right, thank you, everybody. We will see you next week. Laters.